All right, well, it is 10:15, so it's time for another Moxie Monday. I can see I need to get one of those fancy little ring lights for my computer because I have this weird lighting thing on me, so I apologize for that. But we're quite quickly going to jump into seeing my screen instead of my face anyways. Today, again, is another really simple, easy topic, but it's something I've gotten a lot of questions on lately. So I just want to go ahead and talk about setting your default search area in Moxi. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And what we're talking about with default search area is this right here. When somebody lands on your Moxi website, your default search area is something that you've set. Generally, it's going to be your primary market. I don't recommend doing a huge custom search. It should be something fairly simple. Like I'm in Whitehall, so Whitehall, Michigan is a great default search. Or if my market was primarily Montague, which is the next nearest city, I would go ahead and set that to Montague, Michigan. So again, just keeping it very simple. And we're going to look at how to set this. There are a couple caveats to this. If the client or the consumer has already done a search on Moxi, it will override your default search area. So if they were on CB Great Lakes previously and searched for homes in New Era, the system is going to ignore your default search area and it's going to take them to their previous search. The other thing that can override this right here once it's set is if they have location services set on a device that they're searching on, it's going to automatically use the search near me function. And then the third caveat is if they select search near me, obviously that's going to override the default search as well. But in general, you do want something in there. So if they're searching on a regular desktop at home, don't have any of those things that have happened, it's automatically going to fill that space in for them. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here. Check. All right, so to set it up, it's pretty simple. Of course, obviously, you're first going to log into your Moxi site. You're going to select my website, so that's going to take you over to your website. Oops. I thought I did that. I generally open all the tabs early so it doesn't slow things down, but obviously I didn't do that one. So now I'm on the website admin tool, and customize your default search area is the third option in your common tasks. So it's right here. One of the first things you're going to have to do though is to actually go out to the CB Great Lakes website and do the initial search. Because like setting up custom pages, you have to do the search first so that you can give Moxi the information. So I'm going to go out here to CB Great Lakes, and I'm going to, let's say we want to do Montague instead of Whitehall. I'm going to go ahead and do that search. So it's done the Montague search. Again, a lot of people would be tempted to go ahead and change that boundary. I wouldn't for this on custom pages, which I'm going to put a link to the custom pages training in the chat box. But for custom pages, you may want to modify a search. For this default search area, I don't suggest changing anything. I would just go ahead and do that custom search for that primary location. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this right here, your URL. We're going to go back to the tab that's your website admin. Toolbar keeps getting in my way, sorry. And now we're going to go ahead to that customize your default search area. I'm going to click go there. I'm actually going to remove this one and paste in the new URL that I just copied. And you notice it's huge and icky and ugly, but it tells you right here, the path must begin with search. So we're going to go and find search. I scrolled up. I was down here. I went ahead and scrolled up. I found that instance of search. I'm going to delete everything that comes before that because that's what it's telling me to do right here. And now it is correct, and the system will be able to read that as the default search area search. It also does explain that if a visitor has previously done a search, it's going to override it. It doesn't mention the location services, but location services does affect it as well. But once you've done your pasting, deleted everything before search, you're just going to save. Now, because I have done a search already, it is not going to change when I go to the site. But it will change for your consumers. So that is it. That's really all that you have to do. And I did mention it's very similar process setting up as it is for a custom search. So I'm going to throw a custom search in the chat box, that training that JD did a couple weeks ago, because that's useful as well for those people that want to market, say, lakeshore luxury properties. It can't be done here in the default search area, but it can be done as a custom search. So, oops, that's not right. I need to go back over here. That URL. And I'm going to hop over to the Moxi playlist and grab that URL for you. It's right here. Well, what was the second one down, I believe? Creating and leveraging custom searches. Again, it's Monday. Kind of similar content, so I just wanted to reshare that as well for anyone that wanted some more information on how to do a custom search. Cursor's not working. Well, I paste this into the chat box. I can go through the whole process again because I realize it was very quick and simple. But while I'm pasting this into the chat box, if anyone has any questions they want to pop into the question chat box. Sorry, my trackpad is not wanting to work right now for some reason. And of course, I pasted a really long URL. Yeah, it is super easy, Jeanette. Again, like I said, I can walk through it really quick again. But yeah, I just had a lot of agents over the last few weeks ask me why it says something or other. One other thing I did want to mention, and we are working with Moxi on this, there are a couple offices that for some reason, totally different markets are showing up in the default search area, and we're having trouble getting rid of those. So I believe all the offices that are affected know, and they also know that we are working on getting that fixed. So there are a couple offices that this is not going to work on at the moment, but the engineers at the Moxi team are trying to take care of that and get that resolved for us as quickly as possible. So again, super simple. You're going to go out to cbgreatlakes.com. Do a search for your primary market. Again, you don't want to do a fancy search. You don't want to use a lot of filters or anything like that. You just want a very basic search of your primary market. I'm going to switch it back to Whitehall. This morning. And you'll do the search, execute the search. Grab the URL. Oops. From the home page of your website admin tool, you're going to go to the third common task, customize your default search area. Go there. In the default search path, you're going to paste the URL that you just copied. As the instructions say, you will delete everything before the word search, and you'll save. And then that's it. Again, any new visitors to your web page will be, that will be the search that shows up in the IDX search box. Anyone that's been there already, their previous search will show up. Anyone with location services turned on, the location that they're at will show up. But again, we all know, all of our consumers understand that IDX feed box, and it's very simple for them to understand that if that's not where they want to search, they just type in their search criteria. So again, very simple, very easy to help your agents with, or if you're an agent, to get that switched. If you are in one of those offices that is affected by that glitch that we're working on, we will have more information for you soon. They are definitely working on getting that fixed. Christy, you would just go to cbgreatlakes.com to do your search. So basically it's our platform, our Moxi platform, our website. So that's where you would go to do your search. So here you'll see, if I go to CB Great Lakes, this is where I would do my search. And that is the URL that, oops, that is the URL that I would grab right here. Perfect, thank you. All right, well, very simple. So go ahead and work with your agents to get all those done. And everyone have a wonderful week. Sorry it was so quick and easy, but I'm guessing you guys don't mind. Stay warm, have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.